It's so much comfort for him. We've seen so many highlight reel plays out of this guy on this champion in the past. But now Evil Geniuses, what is the pick here? I like this. Veigar locked in for JoJo in mid lane up against the Orange.
Looking for a cheesy level 2 gank. They're going to go in.
They force the flash out of FBI.
This is a kill, 100%.
Yeah, he's absolutely done. There's no way you get out of that one, is there? They block the stun. FBI still trying to walk away from it. A little bit more damage still needed. There it is. It's first blood back over to Double Lift. He might have got off to an initial bad start, but they...
didn't even
hit them. Nice.
So very, very close. That would have actually been big if they could have stopped that. But Closer's back here again. And FBI, you're done.
You know what's going to be even more huge is another kill coming in for 100 Thieves as FBI lives longer than you would have expected, but not long enough. Closer and Busio want to take out Vulcan next, but they got to be careful because Closer's low. He jumps back to possess the body. He gets FBI.
If they can continue winning 2v2 despite all the pressure they've had, that would be huge. JoJo is down here. Double Lift getting really low.
There's no flash on Double Lift, and they take him down. JoJo making the rotation, and now he hits level 6 as well. All they have to do is blow him up, and there it is. Primordial Burst. JoJo comes down and saves the day for the
uninterrupted 2v2. So things looking really good for EG all of a sudden, and a lot of credit deserved by Inspired and JoJo for getting this 2v2.
Remember, Someday is able to TP, but it is not unleashed. He would have to teleport to one of the turrets and then try to make a move from there. Tenacity just gets caught.
Yeah, Tenacity comes down, and then he goes down. Ends up just getting caught in transition. He even used his TP to mid lane, so there's no one actually to answer the top lane right now. Bjergsen is spellbooked over to a different summoner and now gets caged in. Getting a little bit awkward because they just need to buy time.
Ooh, Vulcan forced to flash away there, but Busio's ready to chase him down, and Closer wants the kill. A Lux with no summoner spells. It's a hard task to get away, and it won't happen. The shutdown comes out, and FBI almost gets caught by the charm there. If Bjergsen hits anybody out, Inspired's going to continue zoning away 100 Thieves. The Herald's down to 2,000 HP. Busio has to disengage back over the wall. Event Horizon to zone him away from the Herald. It's picked up. Someday grabs the eye. Vulcan fires out a laser for covering fire. Someday looks for an engage, but now he's going to be knocked back into the team. It doesn't matter. Busio's about to die first. Someday right back in with the rest of his squad, chasing after Busio, and he finds the first kill. Bjergsen stuck in the stasis, and now he's picked up next. 100 Thieves. But Double Lift wants to turn it around. Double Lift gets Vulcan, but what next? Tenacity picks up one as well, and it'll be 3 traded for 2 as 100 Thieves.
And Someday was pretty low as well and had a bounty on him, so that could have been massive if he had a little bit more AD behind it. Not able to, unfortunately, get it done, but still got a lot of damage out.
Double Lift doing more damage than the second and third highest contributors of his team put together. 4,400 in that one, but you can see that it was JoJo leading the way at 3,600 for EG. The Veigar continues scaling. You can see EG claiming the third Drake, putting themselves at soul point, setting themselves up for a potential 23-minute soul, while also slamming the Herald into the mid lane. They take out a tier 3 turret. So much map control that normally is almost locked behind needing Baron to break through that. As Vulcan gets jumped on, Bjergsen misses the charm, but it won't matter. Double Lift picks up the kill anyway. Closer looking for a disengage here with a Heartbreaker, but he may just be caught. Now he can finally finish getting out, as Busio wants to run here too. Evil Genius is looking for a chance to strike back, but they can't quite. Not worth defending to that degree at this point in the game. So JoJo's gonna let that one fall, as Double Lift picks up the solo gold.
Get JoJo though, looking like he is very caught out.
This could be the catch that 100 Thieves need. They get it. Nicely done. Well read from 100 Thieves. JoJo's still trying to escape, but the Heartbreaker shuts him down. Closer's got it, and now EG are on the run. Someday and Inspired separated a bit from the rest of the squad, as Bjergsen's the target of K'Sante now.
They're gonna turn. They just want to try to force a fight, I think. They're trying to make 100 Thieves fight.
Look at that! Tenacity says take a drink! And it's JoJo dead again! Vulcan's the next target, and 100 Thieves are not done. Evil Geniuses trying to get themselves away. Closer dies in pursuit of the back line, but he's gonna take a couple with him. FBI trying to kite it out. A couple of more headshots, put some damage
out. Try to defend objectives, that's about it.
It's the long-time Caitlyn power trop that's been one of the champion's weak spots for as long as I can remember, right? You feel great in lane, you're a bully. Later on in the game, you're a crit machine, but it can be a little rough. Evil Geniuses scurrying around a little bit. Another beautiful Gragas ulti onto JoJo, and Double Lift rips them apart again and again and again. It is the Evil Geniuses mid laner being caught out 3 times.
Up to him to try to look for some sort of a steal. That is going down very quick, though, and his Q's on cooldown. He has no flash. I don't think he can even get in.
The Baron is melted.
Just look at that and tell me how you fight, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's... Your AD just doesn't do damage compared to the opponent, right? It's just not even a thing. But it is 100 Thieves on the Baron, and EG are going to have to find a way to force their way in here. They're checking with that Lux ulti, but Busio in a great spot to flag.
Busio's ready to go. They throw that Sejuani ult over the wall, but they don't hit anybody with it. Tenacity, however, does lose a big chunk of HP. Busio's still off to the side. There, now he's going to find Inspire. He's into the back. He's found the carry. JoJo's destroyed, and Busio just hit money. Tenacity picks up the second, and 100 Thieves ain't done. He'll continue chasing Inspired. FBI and Someday back away as Bjergsen dashes over the wall for a charm. Now Someday's stuck on the front, and he has
to try to find an angle for the ulti over onto Bjergsen. But unbeknownst to him, they had actually had vision on that, so Bjergsen's able to react to counterparts, and they are onto the Baron here. It's up to Inspired to see. Doesn't even have any vision, though. He's just on sweeper. Now they can see it.
Inspired's thinking about it. Even flashes over the wall, but now he's just free food. Closer takes the Sejuani body, but he might die after. He will resurrect. Guardian Angel's going to bring him back. They still want to snipe him down, but they can't quite do it. Someday he's going to get chopped up by these feathers. He tries to go back in on Tenacity as JoJo dies again. That's what they're going to name this VOD, because evil geniuses have fallen apart.
Yeah, EG not able to make it happen. JoJo trying to find an angle to participate in that fight, gets charmed up there, was warded out, and 100 Thieves, this is their game now, up 8,000 gold on the push here. Gonna be marching in, taking at least one inhibitor. You have to think with 30 seconds there still remaining on JoJo, there's just not enough wave there for EG to do anything, and FBI,
oh, that was close. FBI still staying out of danger, but it's that bottom lane inhibitor turret that's already gone. Inhibitor destroyed now too. 15 seconds before JoJo's back alive. 100 Thieves still looking to keep going forward. Busio wants to keep reinforcing his front line, but we do not have any more minion waves aside from what's here. Thieves are going to be able to command control over the Rift for the next 45 seconds guaranteed with the Baron. They can change that command over into total step there. Evil Genius is staying out of the max range. And look, Closer and Double Lift are already melting this thing. Inspired can't even get close enough in time, it looks like. He's gonna try. Tenacity's ulti doesn't find the mark that time. Flashes into the event horizon, but now they've got the Elder, and now they're gonna take the fight. JoJo wants to get away from Tenacity, but Double Lift is done with this game. Evil Geniuses lose 4. Double Lift gets a triple kill, and it's 100 Thieves on the victory march.
10-1 and 5 for Double Lift, coming up huge for 100 Thieves here in Super Week when they need them most. Was massive yesterday on the Jinx. Again, having a huge game on the Xayah. It's the victory march for 100 Thieves. They're going to move to 2-0 and 4 straight wins.
Huge for 100 Thieves, taking down EG. That is back-to-back comeback victories here in Super Week for this squad. Because of the 2-0, they have now guaranteed themselves, at minimum, a tiebreaker for the playoffs. 100 Thieves come to life right when they need to do it, and they take down Evil Genius.
Melee-heavy teams, it's really, really powerful again. Gonna move over as Armit's coming down.
Yeah, Armit joining up first with Haunter still back in the top lane means Boogie does not want to stick around for this Scuttle Crab any longer. He has to disengage, but now they're ready to go back. Jensen's coming up to join. Remember, even though he's low, he has his egg, so if they burst him down, it's not going to matter unless they can do it twice. Haunter getting caught out now. TSM all over the place. Armit's going in. He grabs first blood. The Scion body's going to come back, but now Jensen's in a spot where he might have just caught Maple. Santorin's providing the extra cover. Armit drops.
He's going to be in a really good spot, but you can see Boogie is trying to wrap around, trying to actually help him out of this difficult situation.
And you brought it up earlier. This is what you want to do to Talia, but unfortunately for Jensen, he was too far forward. He gets punished. Maple even gets the money. It's scrambled eggs for lunch. TSM's eating good.
Really short range when he actually steps up for those Qs. Jensen can just step up, drop the R, drop the wall behind him, and start getting these really big chunks.
Ooh, engaged from TSM as Haunter starts it off and Armit's the target, but that's not a very good target because of the fact he's so tanky. It ends up still going the way of TSM as Dig could not respond in time. They had exactly the damage they needed. They get through the tanky Cho'Gath. Bottom side, the 2v2 breaks out all the way. Ignar wants to go in. Tomo's nearly killed, but so is Turtle. Both AD carries backing out with only 100 HP left, but Chime can heal Turtle up. Cooldown, so he won't have it unless he wants to wait all the way. But no, as soon as Haunter hits that decimating smash, Boogie sees the opportunity to join in. Still 8 seconds left on the Wukong Cyclone. So that's one thing that Armut will at least have going for him for a little bit longer, but now it's ready to go, and now Armut's in a whole world of trouble. Santorin comes in mid, looks for the ulti on Maple and finds him. Jensen's ready for the follow-up. Maple is very low. Armut dies top. Maple dies mid. 1-for-1 across the rim.
Yeah, good try moving down. Boogie is as well, and Varus is coming up, so they want to try to contest this. Boogie into the pit. We'll see if he can find an angle to steal, because Maple is zoned out a bit.
Yeah, Maple gonna go ahead and throw out the wall. They look to catch Ignar. The Nami's in trouble, and she just dies. TSM picking up a kill for their jungler, picking up a Drake for their troubles, winning a skirmish here in the bot side river.
Really nicely done. Haunter just moves down from top side. Armut has no TP to match, and obviously can't actually match, doesn't have the ulti to do it. So Dig are just kind of forced off. They look for the retreat, but it's a great angle from Maple on that wall, sectioning them off, grabbing it for them, and now another ulti onto Turtle.
Turtle's in some trouble. Chime tried to throw down the silence, but it was slightly to the left, so Santorin still had the pressure that TSM found in the top lane, allows them to take the second Herald for free, meanwhile abandoning bottom lane. No, that's super cool. Hell yeah, Emily. Do we have we must have them for like every single team, right?
I feel like we should do some
this.
Yeah, absolutely. Dignitas also.
Oh, Tomo caught out by Boogie, bucked over the head with the stick. TSM picks up the enemy AD carry. They're going to drop the Rift Herald mid. They use the first one mid as well. When you get both Heralds, if you use them both in the same turret, it practically guarantees you take it. I think it does like 90+% of the turret's overall health. So any bit of extra damage blows it over, and TSM take that second turret of the game for themselves. Now Maple throws out a wall. They catch out Jensen. Seismic shove back into the minefield. He flashes over the wall. His egg brings him back. They can't commit enough to kill him in time. They keep trying to dive. Finally, they get him. TSM picking up another kill, but it's going to be repaid as Santorin finds Boogie. Now he's thrown back. Another beautiful shove coming out of Maple. Santorin has to flash to get out. The culling from Tomo providing covering fire as Armut leads the way. They're only going to get Haunter. That's not normally a very good target. Wild Turtle letting the arrows fly. I don't know what in the hell we're chasing Sion for, but Dignitas lose another man.
Yeah, Dignitas trying to bail him out, but not really able to get too much done there. TSM looking to be in a pretty good...
Jensen's push onto this turret. Being a melee champion with Onivia pushing your turret can be such a frustrating experience, but Boogie's gonna keep defending. Now in a 1 versus 5, it looks like. Everybody from Dignitas is just piling in. Boogie dies. Haunter shows up trying to reinforce here with a teleport, but it will not matter. Top lane tier 1 turret as well as a kill goes over to Dig, and they're keeping this game dead even.
Yep, getting something back, but you can see pings onto that mid lane tier 2 here that is already very low, so TSM gonna try to clean that up. Should be able to do so, especially with Chime delaying some of those bases. So solo tier 2 gold onto Turtle here is gonna be a lot.
A little bit more careful with the situations he's getting himself involved in. TSM plus 1,000 gold, plus 1 Drake up over Dignitas. Looking for a potential invade. Santorin goes over the wall, and they're ready to counterattack. Chime's the focus, and Tomo puts the bullets in his back. Jensen gets the kill, and Dignitas find a pick off of TSM's attempted invade.
Got that Lucian damage.
Tomo knocked up by the decimating smash. Haunter's just trying to get all the aggro that he can. Tomo's down to 100 HP, and Haunter kills him. Armut might go next, but he flashes over the wall. Ignores the next target of Boogie, but Maple shuts down Santorin. With Ignar and Armut both at no HP, TSM just got a bear unleashed for him. Armut is burning away to the Leandries. The Nami heal keeps him alive, but does he still burn? Oh no, Armut just barely lives. Dignitas.
Damage, but if they can just push him back, if they can threaten him back, you know, with Boogie, with the Qs and stuff coming through from Wild Turtle,
far forward and give Dignitas the opportunity to engage on the rest of his team. Now he's going to join up with TSM as Armut's on the wrong side of the wall, and Wild Turtle looks to finish him off, but he doesn't quite find the damage. Leandries isn't going to burn him down, so for the second time...
Armor or MR from Heartsteel. So we saw how much damage was actually done there by Maple and by some of the magic damage that come through from Varus as well.
For the hack. Like, once that's completed, Maple's just going to not care about this guy at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Deathcap is going to be a massive buy there. He is very far ahead of Jensen at this point. Onivia does skill well. Nice sidestep.
Maple getting caught, though. Nicely done, but not enough to force out the kill. Maple has no flash, but now Boogie's ready to counterattack. Dignitas couldn't get the job done in time, and now TSM's gonna show him how to do it. Jensen's still on the run as Boogie continues pouring the damage into the health bar. Chime and Maple following up behind as Haunter wants to keep the chase alive. Santorin had to flash. Jensen...
game at that point.
It's already looking close to that point for TSM for Dig. Tomo goes in and just explodes Wild Turtle. Nicely done. But now Haunter wants to return the favor. Ignor's already down. Tomo wants to get away to the side, but Boogie's after him. And the Q strikes true. Santorin tries to escape. Boogie looking for the knock-up here with the second part of the Cyclone. Not quite going to find it, but there you go. He gets 2 more. Jensen's on the run. Seismic Shove's going to be sidestepped, but it won't matter. He's still into the egg, and they need to take him out. A little bit more damage will do the trick, and Boogie's got it as a killing spree for the TSM jungler means the end of the fight.
That great initial kill there from Tomo got super aggressive, just burst
performance in his return to the LCS stage. He's leading the way for TSM as now they're going to grab themselves a Baron from Chime to keep Boogie alive there. They even committed Armit's ult to try to burst down the Wukong. Barely missed out on the damage threshold. He goes into stasis to buy the time while they kill Jensen.
Oh,
but now we already got another fight. Boogie's into the back line and Turtle kills Tomo. Already both bot laners dead on the side of Dig as Santorin wants to go after the enemy AD carry, but he won't be able to find anything. Maple and the rest of TSM can turn it all around, and Dignitas can't do anything but die as the TSM lead is crushing him. Jensen tries to deal with Boogie, but the Wukong comes back to life from the Guardian Angel. Maple's on a mission, and he finds the Seismic Shove. Jensen wants to get away, but it's not gonna happen. Ace, TSM.
Another win for TSM. This playoff race is heating up, man. TSM gonna move to 8 wins here. A great game from Haunter in his return to the LCS, and another fantastic Taliyah game from Maple.
It started off close, but TSM proved that they are the better team. Dignitas is killed in their fountain. Haunter goes on a one-way trip, and it don't even matter. TSM, it's a dub.
Yeah, man, that has got to feel really, really good.
I think the Jinx doesn't fit. Like, I think they have
early flash where you're just going to go down. But this is dangerous for Harry because you can look for a cocoon over the wall from the Raptor pit. Luger getting chunked out here is not great for him, but there they go!
There it is! Harry stays alive with 100 HP, but not long enough. It's first blood to Palafox's Jace, but bottom lane, the 2v2 favors Liquid.
Fantastic position here. I mean, just look at the buy. He's able to get MR, a tier, and a serrated dirt.
Ooh, just when Dokla thought he had a good situation to drain tank through the damage of the 1v1.
The downside of this is that is the only real, magic damage threat. Zeri has some mixed damage. There's a little bit in there. And Summit tried to start walking down to meet the Elise, but the Elise was recalling, right? He didn't actually have to give it up there.
Oh! Palafox just smacks Harry upside the jaw. That never gets old for me, man. That champion is slippery to lock down.
Yeah.
But Palafox has the damage. He has the burst. And he gets it done. Now, let's see if Harry can do anything about this turret falling, because it doesn't really look like it. It actually just looks like it's more of a party for CLG.
Especially against the Jinx, who is going to struggle with low mobility and no defensive support. But it's definitely a really tough spot. It's been nearly as clear-cut as I think a lot of people would have expected, because 3 of our 4 top teams have actually got... Oh, they're going to fight for it,
They
though.
want to, though. A TP's coming in. Yon and CoreJJ take the blast cone over the wall. Another TP showing up now. Team Liquid moving forward. They want to take it. CLG goes in, and they're going to secure the Drake. Boom stuck in the middle of everybody. Tries to flash it out, but he's already dead. Contracts on the run. A flash from him. CLG will take the Drake. They will...
As the cocoon landed, but now with no ult, you can't actually step up to this and wave clear. There's just no shot. There's 4 members there from CLG. Jace is going down towards bot.
Pioshik chunks him pretty heavily. He's got to retreat back to the rest of the team now. Has to use the clone to make sure he doesn't end up in trouble there, passing by Luger and Boom. As you can see, pressure from Dope on the top side. Palafox getting caught out. That's exactly what TL needed. Palafox, what the hell?
Palafox was down.
And they're still alive. It's tough. Woo. Don't get me wrong. CoreJJ just getting chunked there. But now Team Liquid at least feels like they have a fighting chance. Boom's taken low, but they don't have enough damage to finish the kill. Pioshik at half. CoreJJ also somewhat hurt. Palafox having to flash away now from Harry. He finds the Shuriken flip. He goes in, but he doesn't have it. Harry dies. The contract to the rest of CLG have to retreat. Palafox going to be killed now again, as Dokla has not yet found his way to participate. Yon goes over the wall there with a hop, skip, and a jump, but Summit will not die easily. CLG, they trade mid laners and Team Liquid around, because why would we start it up unless we had our jungler? Contract steps up, He wants a little bit of poke. Now Pyosik shows his face. He's gonna find Palafox. Yon goes over the wall, and they're looking for the enemy mid laner. CLG trying to survive, but they've lost their support. Counter Logic Gaming is absolutely losing the plot here in the mid game as Team Liquid surges to life. They're gonna take another Drake. They're gonna stop the Soul again. They picked up a kill for free. Dokla trying to lead the way and maybe get something back. Summit leads the charge. Wants to see if they can find anything else here. Palafox alone in the brush. Pyosik gonna place the ward.
Catching up to him.
We're long from the days where he was 1,600 out in front of the next closest person, but we do have a fight breaking out. Pyosik forced into the stasis to stay alive. He wants to get himself back away here. Dokla under a little bit of pressure. Harry goes in. He wants the dive. Summit finds the enemy top laner, and CLG is still in.
Look at Luger, though.
Now they might be able to turn it around. Luger wants to get excited. If he can do it, he might be able to run him down, but TL gets the distance, as well as the extra armor penetration.
And look at Pyosik, half health now. He does have a GA available, which is big, but Harry's going in.
Harry decided he wants to fight, and Poom's gonna be caught out. He survives way longer than he should have, and they finally finish him with Yon's ulti. Team Liquid has gone 1 for 1 here in this. They found the enemy support, but they lost their top laner, they lost their meatball, and now Palafox can go shoot. He'll try to find the shock blast as Team Liquid falls back yet again. They still think about contesting this.
Harry's gonna TP
Harry
back.
gets back, he can TP back into the fight. This could be huge.
Oh, they're gonna go for it!
They're just gonna put the chompers on the TP. Harry immediately popping the stasis while Team Liquid comes in to back up their mid laner. Oh, the shutdown! It's Harry, and he finds Luger. CLG loses contracts next, and it's a double kill back over to TL's mid. But Palafox mops them up. Dokla's back with the Dragons. Only Pyosik is still alive for TL, and it looks like CLG might get their soul after all.
Wait, can Pyosik get back in here? He's not actually spotted just yet. He has a GA. I think you go for this. I think you go for this 100%. There's no jungler there, but he can't find a way in.
He can't get in, and now he's stuck around so long. Palafox is going to get that GA for free. Dokla's left to finish off the Drake. Palafox mistimes his shock blast. Dokla grabs the Drake. It's Ocean Soul.
Yon gets separated from Core, and then Dokla's able to take down Core as he's trying to get back to his AD. So despite the heroics from Harry, it's a misposition there from Yon that is punished so heavily. And look at the carries from CLG, Palafox and Luger. They are trying to win.
500 from the Jace. Now Contracts is getting jumped on here. Pyosik using the ulti. Dokla buying a lot of time here with a hallowed miss. He shuts down Pyosik, and Team Liquid has to scatter. Harry barely gets away with 200 HP. Poom goes into the dredge line, flash over the wall, and he finds Summit. They can cut through the Scion pretty quickly. The dead body shouldn't be able to get a whole lot. Enemy jungler down, enemy frontliner down, Baron is up, and CLG is about to take care of that. So scary for so long, but getting that soul, winning that fight. Palafox taking out both the enemy carries in that fight.
A little bit mismanaged, but they haven't managed to protect that cannon, and now Dokla's going to step forward.
And they had a big chunk of damage. One accelerated shock blast took half of Core's HP away. The Lulu had to retreat. Team Liquid couldn't maintain their defense with all 5 players. And there, another big shock blast, half of Core JJ's HP. Palafox with this Jay is getting it done. And now Team Liquid's looking for the chance to maybe go in and keep themselves alive. Dokla starts going for the snip as Summit is too far away from the rest of the squad. And he's gonna get killed first. Yon and Core JJ still trying to kite and fight as Harry dives in, but he doesn't have a way to do it. Palafox goes on a rampage. Harry goes down, and CLG goes straight for the jugular. They'll find the first Nexus turret and take down Pyosik, almost looking for the second. Dokla and Palafox and Poom, they want this Wukong, and they got him. CLG eliminate Team Liquid from the playoff and move up to 9-8.
A massive, massive win for CLG. So much off of the early game there.
To a comfortable and strong position.
Well, I think this is a really interesting setup for them because they have pressure in the bot lane based off that initial trade. They forced out both Sums from Berserker while only costing their own Ignite. They're going to go again.
Hook onto one. The root effective in the E-pop by Fleshy. A good setup. First blood for Kenby off of this flash. And then at the corner end of that, Kenby was able to set up here with the bot lane off of that aggression that Fleshy had thrown. The response from Cloud9. Can you follow up?
Eminez walked in front of the Battlestar path, so even though the Battlestar was still on its backwards trajectory, Eminez was able to block that. Now they might get a dive.
The responding stun onto Kenby for a moment, but all the while the 2v2 is strong in the bot side. Fleshy trying to get out of there. Sven goes down. but the response done. Tactical eliminated at the hand of Berserker, who flashes forward for the double kill, neutralizing the advantages created by... To dish some more gold into the pockets. A nice praise here from Cloud9 in the mid lane.
Uh-oh, we're back to a fight though.
Right back into it. Revenge goes in, a stun and immediate burn down of Blabber, but the root is good. A hook on forward and brings the Berserker into the center of it all, and the kill to complete. Some action from Immortals, a double at that, right ahead of this dragon.
Yes, lead as well, so Fudge feeling really good, but Immortals getting that slight answer back, the neutral objective of the dragon, as well as a couple kills for themselves. A nice hook by Flushy there, and here C9 are going to collapse, but should be able to get out.
Yeah, as we just pressed over that 14-minute mark, thus ending the stage of the game. Revenge, a bit of a blast coming in from Fudge, tries to respond with a repose, but Blabber and Ven are here for some additional support on to the top lane side. Down goes Revenge, up goes...
See if they can force him back, looks like it.
Now finally getting the reward in the lead themselves as this Rift Herald drops into the mid turret from Cloud9, second afforded to them. Getting real nasty, getting real strong as a firepower. I think that one thing that's been so enjoyable about seeing the way Fudge has grown as a player and sheer dominance is we get some action right now though. Lista activating the ultimate to throw back in for the knockup of Root onto Sven, who's getting marked below 50% HP, and the long death charge onto Blabber, but they take down Fleshy, and with no support here to protect them, C9 see the go button. Sven getting on out of there with the flash, but still alive to support the rest of the team, getting asleep. On to one for Cloud9. Balulu with a pop onto Fudge. No more deaths to follow, just the one of the Immortal supports.
Immortals getting some poke damage down, but as C9's comp does have so much quick potential, like we said, a lot of poke as well with the Jace, that becomes dangerous in these vision battles.
Then into some trouble, throws down the Glacial Fissure to try the redirect, but Fleshy in with the hook is good. A flash forward, can be going for the kill, manages to get one right off of this Heartbreaker. And Immortals.
Both teams have so much ability to catch people out, and there, Sven was just a little bit of a straggler left alone in the jungle.
Easy one to pop once you have multiple members there to be able to contest. Some damage back. Look at that shock blast! Fudge, what are you doing, bro? Revenge, no more.
Oh, Revenge was trying to be so cheeky. Hold up, not done here. Teleport coming in.
Can be here to join Balulu. Fudge pushed up. He's just rocking under this turret, rocking all the way, seeing what Cloud9 can do with the attention he is grabbing from Kenvi and Balulu. Knows that he is not much longer for this world. Way downtown smash from Balulu, who gets on out of there, finally taking it down the top laner of Cloud9, who all the while's on the Baron.
Yeah, excellent job by Fudge, getting so many resources down, taken towards him. That means it's a
opposition, but now looking to defend over here across mid and mitigate any of the efforts of Cloud9 to really blast through across these
exactly where the rotation was coming from. They grabbed that turret. Now they're moving back through the jungle to the mid lane one, finishing off all the inners here. C9 keep pushing up. If they're able to land a little bit of poke, Immortals might find a window to engage onto them here, but they're grouped up. It's very hard to get through a Menace and Sven.
I think Cloud9 making sure to even throw these wards over on the opposite sides here so that the rotations from Kenvi can be more slim. Here we go, the Glacial Fissure thrown on down, the Silence and the Fate's Call for Tactical to throw his support right back in there, and then marked down at half, but that's a Braum, so you're A-okay with it. They bring their attention over to the inhibitor themselves instead. They see the path to victory. They see an angle to try to kill off Tactical, who flashes out of there to keep himself on in it. The last stand from Immortals off of multiple members of Cloud9, but they do have to worry about how low Amenez and Sven are, and the rest of the squad, pretty much everyone except for Berserker. The follow-up from Immortals to just push them off, but still so many resources granted by Cloud9, even on the back of this pursuit. Woo! Trying to go for it, can be stepping up big, stepping on down into the grave. Cloud9 out with an inhib and a death onto the enemy jungler. See if Revenge can make something happen coming over from this riverside. Berserker's right in the back of the line and low enough for a hit, a flash over the wall. So now Revenge is looking for another target, but Cloud9 make him the target. A stun onto Balulu as he gets himself on out of there. Immortals Immortals trying to make the flank play, but can't get any dub from it.
Cloud9 keep breaking Immortals' ankles. They're baiting them in over and over again. Balulu thought he could find the kill. That gets Kenvi dead. Revenge tries to find the TP kill. He drops. Now Balulu himself finished off. Push, breaking the inhibitor down, finding multiple kills, grabbing a Nexus turret, and then finding multiple exit kills as Immortals. This is one of those scrim game feels where there's just the fights never end. This is an extended sequence. Uh-oh.
Yep, the fight keeps
right back
going. And that's putting his body between the rest of the team and Immortals. There's not really any extended vision from Immortals for them to be able to corral Cloud9. So all Cloud9 do take down Nautilus, take down the enemy support, and we're seeing a repeat of the movement that we did just prior. Pushing this wave up, they already took down one of the Nexus turrets. There's just half of another to go. Cloud9 coming into this super week with a vengeance, wanting to do all they can to claim that #1 spot, and Immortals just one by one, the pillars that stand between Cloud9 and making their statement on the week. 2-0 to start it off.
Cloud9 win yet again, pushing their being the only real magic damage threat. There's a lot of ambient magic damage, of course.
That advantage that Spica created early has kept him up in the farm, kept him up in the XP against River, who is also gravitating over towards the top side. Spica coming from the lane, a root and a stun up onto one. Immediate blast down. Spica claiming that first blood against Huhi. Going and claiming this first dragon. You see Ayla nearby to be able to spot this out.
People have talked a lot about the scrims, and I might hold this point out as we see a dive coming through.
An attempt at one at that. Ayla going forward ends up catching a little bit of wall because of that responding flash from Stixxay.
Whoa, Vikla!
Vikla going on in. A shot onto Stixxay. FlyQuest picking up the kill here. Good use of the Buster shot, but Golden Guardians continue with their pursuit over the wall. Gory attempting to get the lockdown onto Prince. The root is good. The double off of Prison. More at that. Gory now on the retreat at the hand of FlyQuest, who are missing their mid laner. They're missing more. Ayla going for an attempt on River, who does eventually fall, but Spica in the lonesome. Golden Guardians pushing back on that dive.
Ultim in the line with Spica, so that even though Spica's going to finish off the Rift Herald, from then the only way... Oh, hold on, don't have time to finish this one. Another fight in the mid lane.
Oh, wanted to get a little bit of a blast, too much distance to be able to continue building up that charge. And now that River is here, the ult under the tower, punishing Vikla. Whenever you see that rocket jump used, you know what you can do to follow.
They did get that Rift Herald charge down, but they didn't have enough pressure afterwards to actually force that dragon until Vikla got that chunk down. Nice play by him, gets them the chip damage.
And when looking at the rest of Golden Guardians, Stixxay and Huhi now with the Gale Force and Imperial Mandate. So finally, looking to put that into action. The culling is good, the tidal wave is good, and Prince on the opposite side of the Aqua Prison, but in the end goes down. GG continuing with the follow-up. Ayla in a dangerous spot of HP.
Terrain behind someone, you can end up going flying in, leaving yourself isolated. Now we have a big standoff around this Rift Herald.
River, and has ultimate this time around. Oh, taking so much damage. The culling response. River, oh, blasted on down by Prince, but Vikla is the one that gets traded. Ayla going for the root onto Huhi. Also eliminated. Double kill coming in for Prince. FlyQuest looking to collapse what they've lost 3 members already. Golden Guardians coming in for the slaughter, but Stixxay is the one that falters. Now turning the action onto Impact, who gets the knockback and the stun and more onto Licorice. Only a little bit of tankiness left. No mana to be thrown back, and down into the bucket he goes.
By Huki to kind of make sure that River couldn't get exploded from getting caught out there. They combo their all together. We don't have time. What am I saying? Of course it's going to be a fight.
Vikla and Gory still going at it on other sides of the map. River still winding on up to try and get here on Vikla, who does manage to take down Gory before being targeted himself. Bustering away. Ayla in for the fight. A root against the wall. A stun up in the Aqua Prison for the knock-up. River wants to escape. Can't do it. The scrap continues. Double-digit kills for FlyQuest and another...
Damn if you don't situation there. The fact that they just brought more people faster off the reset gets them that kill. Oh, Ruback's fighting.
Oh, now it's on the opposite side. Tidal Wave getting a couple of the knockups, but River down. Aqua Prison onto Ayla, and the root all the way downtown makes Prince in a very dangerous position. Licorice wants to find an angle to come into this, does have the ultimate to disrupt. Teleport and get out of my lane, get out of my life. I feel like it's just the energy between these two. And now it's all the action from these teams across the mid lane as Spica, so brought down. Spica eliminated off of the top of this, and the pulling response into Vikla, the root response onto River, and the knockback from Ayla means not long for this world. Again, Impact separated from Prince. Golden Guardians taking down 3. For that play, they begin with a teleport from Impact over on this top side. Gory scouting out Prince into the bush, takes damage immediately from Gory that goes for the root, but already marked down low. Prince flashing forward for it, now Impact into the Baron pit, but his multiple members of Golden Guardians stunned in the back of the pit. Another teleport getting ushered in by FlyQuest. A channeled up Q from Prince, but back they go, taking down Licorice. FlyQuest pushing Golden Guardians off of the Baron, who's down below 2,000 HP. Oh, River's still alive though. Is he gonna get back into the pit? He gets there, right around the Baron they go. Not this time around. If Prince has anything to say about it. FlyQuest intend to make work with this Red Bull Baron buff, but what a chaotic Baron it was.
Yeah, a teleport of Vikla saying, hey guys, just stall this out. Ayla kind of from the grave helping shot call the team that stalled it out, and here River is just chased down. He has to, what am I saying? We're fighting again.
Again and again and again and again. Another tidal wave, another markdown River, and Licorice putting the work in to go in with that unstoppable work, but in the end, Stixxay's rooted, Stixxay's in trouble. Licorice falls, 3 eliminated for Golden Guardians. Vikla loves him a rocket jump, loves him the continuation when he gets that reset. Gory alone in the mid lane, but FlyQuest definitely building some momentum. Congratulations to Spica for 500 kills in his LCS career, making it in the midst of a great play from FlyQuest.
FlyQuest punished the engage by Golden Guardians, despite the nice combination of the Malphite ultimate with Gory's LeBlanc distortion. Not enough to stop that push. FlyQuest now 8,000 gold ahead, looking at picking up a win and trying to keep pace with Cloud9.
30 kills in this.
Also an aggressive player, kind of just all-inning on this identity.
Especially when you know you have the other identity to fall back upon too. You know that he can take those tanks for that team play if they do have to adapt and draft. So going at the style that they desire to play, working into that aggressiveness of Spica and Vikla, FlyQuest finding confidence in their ability to do so in this match against Golden Guardians will do wonders for them into the rest of their super.
The top lane, they're going to try and pressure around this inner turret now that they have 2 inhibitors down.
And they feel good about...
From the W to force out River's ultimate, getting nothing from it, and then backing off means that there's no real threat of an engage now on the side of Golden Guardians, so FlyQuest can just pressure as aggressively as they want.
That's exactly what they're going to try and do here. Impact just zoning off Gory. The rest of FlyQuest ushering this wave over on the top side. It's the only remaining turret. Licorice goes in with the ult. Pookie ready to follow up. Gets a knock up onto multiple and the culling across the board. But Licorice soon to fall. Prince, even with the shielding up, is able to keep alive in it. Vikla going on in. The pull back to take down Licorice. 3 kills for FlyQuest thus far. Pookie zoned off alongside Gory.
I stand corrected, they still have Malphite for the engage, but of course, then no follow-up means that once Prince has that stopwatch used, he's able to survive the fight, they're able to find the kills, and now find the game for FlyQuest.
FlyQuest keeping their eyes on the Nexus. They want to silence the doubters that have been on them in this second round robin and remind LCS fans why they started so dominantly and why they're still in contention for that top spot.
Oh, Prince just standing back there, dancing the whole time, baiting Gory in as the Nexus explodes, lives with 16 HP, not even close.